Alright, we on.
Shalom.
Shalom.
So we give all praises, honor, and glory to
YAHAWAH,
bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Well, salutations to you, hopefully pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. We're the brothers out of GMS, Kansas City, coming to you another week in, week out, prophesy the downfall of America, and to wake up you 12 tribes of Israel, which modern day is you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, bring you back to your true heritage, okay? There's a lot going on within the spirit in the world right now. I mean, we were just talking, and they said they killed how many millions of chickens? Because 36 million behind the seed, the seed poke thing, you know? And that's folly and that's bullshit because we don't have the same biology. You know, comments just tell you that shit ain't even possible, man. How are they gonna be able to catch the shit? You know, but that just goes into their agendas of trying to create a planned starvations, mass starvations, which is gonna fulfill the prophecy of famines. Famines is coming in a big way, man. And America has not been touched by famines yet. I mean, besides the the quote-unquote Great Depression.
Yeah, Dust Bowl. The
Dust Bowl. That's it. But even then, you still had a lot of people eating. But this time, hey, y'all about to feel it, man. And these people ain't ready for that.
Right. Well, I got a precept. This is the book of Matthew 24. When I start at 1, it says, "And Yahawashi went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahawashi said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there should not be left here one stone upon another that should not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what should be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?"
God, hey, so they're looking for specific signs of when the end's coming and when things are gonna be. Okay, so one of the signs is going to be famines, man. And he gives us a list of things that we can look for. Signs in the heavens. You know, you having eclipses, blood moons, all right?
Got an eclipse tonight.
God.
Things like in India, though.
God, you got eclipse tonight that can be seen on the eastern part of the world. You got famines. You got quote-unquote natural disasters, big tornadoes, hurricanes, things like that. Wars, rumors of wars, uproars of the people. All these things are signs that Yahawashi is going to return. And these things must come to pass before Yahawashi comes back, man. So you got the MOTB, okay, which is Revelation 13 and 16. That's got to happen. So all these things we can expect. And they basically letting us know, hey, look, what time period are we living in right now? You know?
And you keep going on that.
God. So any of those can grab that precept that goes into what Yahawashi said. I believe it's Matthew 24, where it talks about there should be famines, earthquakes.
That's what I'm at right
wars
now.
Wars.
I'll finish reading the water.
Yeah.
I can read. And it says here, and Yahawashi said it to them, Take heed that no man deceive you. It says, For many should come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. But see that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
That's right. So that's what I was just mentioning. He said it must come to pass, man. Wars and rumors of wars. What's a war that's going on right now? We got Russia and Ukraine. And different countries, different parts of the world is going through wars too.
Yeah, because they said that pretty much Russia cut off Poland, and I believe it was another country they cut off from gas now, man. Hungary, man. Okay, which are all Edomite-led nations. So right there, as you see the elites, they're setting up the paradigm between the Western and the East, man. The Eastern Bloc and the Western NATO, man. Okay, because hey, what happens is once they cut off these nations from oil, they can't go to the Saudis to get it. Then what happens? The price of goods go up, man. Oil was gonna skyrocket, so that's why they was predicting $5-6 gas prices by the summertime, man. Okay, and this is a perfect plan. We always said it this way. Hey, when Yahawashi, before he institute the MOTB, look, all these nations are gonna pretty much be at odds, man, because the Lord is setting up the biggest chess player. It's all a game of chess. So when the economic collapse comes, there's no need for the nations to build up tension because it's already going to be there, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's why they cut off Hungary and Poland from oil. Okay, and then Germany, Belarus. You know, Germany is pretty much now they into it with the Russians because now they like, okay, well we got to send tanks and equipment and test nukes and so forth. So hey, World War III is inevitable, man. Why? Because the Holy Bible prophesied it, man. But what is Jake doing? Jake ain't worried about it, man. Jake is still believing in the fucking American dream. Yeah. Oh yeah, we gonna bounce back. Look, America's done, nigga. Get over it.
That's right.
You know, shit ain't the most I gonna throw this damn place down.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is Daniel 2:40. It says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things. And iron that breaketh all these things shall it break in pieces and bruise.
What's that kingdom?
Yep. That's the fourth kingdom. That's this kingdom here, man.
NATO and EU.
Yep, NATO and EU, aka or the Roman Empire, man. That fourth kingdom that Daniel saw in the vision was going into the Romans, man. Okay, because this is that kingdom that broke in pieces all the other kingdoms. Because didn't the Romans take over down the Greeks? They took down the Greeks. They merged them, which is called the Greco-Roman Empire, man. Same Edomites, but nonetheless, hey, they took over more strongholds, all right, and they had more military fronts.
Right.
They had more of a diverse system because they had what they called the plebeians and the patricians. They had their own particular political parties, and on top of that, you had like a melting pot in Rome. Because you had Jakes, you had fucking Jack, you had all nations down there. Okay, that's why we say that there's nothing new under the sun, because this is just a mere replication of what you saw in ancient Rome.
Right. They set up garrisons. England, France, Spain. These is places that wasn't really what they quote unquote civilized like them.
Verse 41, it says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided.
Right, because now you got the Greeks, man. You got them in Italy. You got Poland. Okay, you got Spain. I mean, even though they're still under NATO and the EU regime, but a lot of those nations are pretty much at odds because they're not agreeing with the whore. Okay, because the 10 toes, you got 5 that were strong, and then you got the other weak nations like Italy, man. They were basically on life support. And then you had that whole thing with Great Britain, which is called Brexit, which they pretty much say, you know what, squat all this shit, man. We're gonna do our own thing. Because, you know, during the time of World War I, you had, I believe, what was the British pound? That was in that was the world's currency. They was able to sustain themselves off that, man. So they like, we don't even need America for real. We don't need none of this shit. We could be self-sustaining ourselves, man.
Right.
Okay, but nonetheless, you see a breakage in Esau's kingdom.
Yeah.
This is why they can't come to terms with anything, man. You know?
And you got Germany and Russia, they working on a pipeline together. That's really going against the back of NATO, man.
That's like a treacherous, that's treacherous right there. Because NATO has nothing to do with the Eastern Bloc, man, or with the former Soviet or the USSR. You know?
Russia is destabilizing those 10 toes, man. That's why the scriptures liken them to clay and iron mixed together. That's not a very stable substance.
That's like oil and water.
Right.
Mixed.
Right. So that's why when Russia withdrew their oil from Bulgaria and Belarus, they got a decision to make now. Do they stay with NATO or do they side with Russia, man? You know? That's that stability. These nations, that those 10 toes are being weakened, man. You know? That's
why the Ukrainians were considering getting under NATO, but if they were smart, the Ukrainians, man, even though those are pretty much Western-backed Ukrainians because they set up Nazi regimes under there, they set up puppet leaders to do the bidding. But the Ukrainians, they never wanted to depart from the old USSR, man. They're not agreeing with what's happening down there in Ukraine.
It's all politics.
It's all politics, man. And don't believe everything that the news show you, man. They're not telling you the real ordeal. But you got people over here, it's like, oh, well, you know, we got to pray for Ukraine. You don't even know what the hell is really going on in Ukraine, man.
Right.
You don't know that Russia's down there trying to save their nation, trying to save and build those people up. But you're making it seem like they're the big bad boogeyman, when the fact that it's NATO-led forces that's pretty much backing the Nazi Ukrainian government down there, which is set up by Babylon, man. That's all it is. But you people would never know that because you so hell-bent and so lost in this society, you so duped to the point you really believe that America's the good guy, man. And this place is not the good guy. This is the most evil optimum of wickedness on the planet Earth. And you right involved in it, man.
Right. Definitely not the good one.
Let's show you how people only get one side of the narrative.
Right.
How the hell you? Wait a minute, man. You got in movies. There was this game in Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, right? It's one board. I think you go over there. I think you over there in Belize or some shit, and they basically tell you like American government was the fucking enemy, man. He said, oh, you come in like shadows and you killed and you pillage lands. Because, you know, dude was a sleeper cell, man. So he was like basically not there. So when you grab people and you can interrogate them, they basically tell you that America was the bad guy, man. Yeah. And all these nations know that. Iran know it, Saudi Arabia know it, Afghanistan. Everybody know that America, the so-called white man, it's a bunch of goddamn devils, man. Right. You know you a bunch of goddamn devils.
That's right.
You know?
Ask them Afghanis, man. They had their whole family obliterated by a drone strike. Ask them if America's the good guy.
A drone strike. Right. Here you kill a village of 200-something thousand plus people, okay, to weed out whatever terrorists you're talking about. Insurgents. Right. Like that whole thing with Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, that was all bullshit. You set that up, man. You know, and then find out you was basically supplying weapons to the opposite regime, man. To destabilize it so you can come in and play hero so you can get the resources.
Right.
Another precept. This is the book of Revelation 17 and 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Right, man. Okay. Those 10 horns is going into the EU, man. The European Union. All right. So this is Esau's combined. This is the stronghold of the world. Once this shit go down, then hey, that's when the kingdom of heaven could come. But what's spearheading this is the horde, man. Okay, that's why you got Germania Minor, Germania Major, the British, the French, the Spanish, the Romans, man. Okay, which are all Edomites. Then okay, you got fucking Portugal, you got Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, man. Okay, Germany, West Germany. Yep. Which make up the 10. What makes up the 10 horns, man? Okay, because I believe what the EU, it was like 28 nations, but it goes into, it's all buckled down into 2. Not 2. Slovakia 10. Damn.
A lot of those borders got drawn after the USSR. A lot of you had something called the Balkan states, like Romania, Croatia,
Yugoslavia,
Moldova, Slovenia. All of those nations are recently drawn borders. You know, from the World War II, man.
You know, so like when you go into the Irish or the Ireland and the UK, they're basically basically the same thing, man. Right. So Esau broke them up to 28 nations, but they're really 10.
It's another example of politics, man.
See, Esau did that to try to upset prophecy, man. But what the scriptures say, the Most High do nothing but reveal the secrets into the service of the prophets, man.
Right.
You know? That's right.
Nobody gives you the breakdown on that in Christian church, man.
Right.
Christian church don't even know this is
horns. They don't know that.
They don't know this is in scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what this is talking about, man. Apostle Geno Jenkins never break down this, man.
God. They don't ever go into the book of Revelation in churches, man.
Oh, that's a sealed book, brother. Well, how long is it going to be sealed? Wait a minute, man. I thought the seals were loose, man. Revelation, the 5th chapter proves that.
Right. On one hand, they're going to tell you it's the end times. But on the other hand, he tell you the book of Revelation is sealed. Well, how you know it's the end times, man?
Right.
Oh, that's the Antichrist, brother.
That's right.
Okay,
that's right.
What the fuck is the Antichrist then? You know, Satan should come and walk around among you and 4,000. Well, you got a lot of Satans out here, man. That goes Satan right there.
That Antichrist. You got bugged out Christians that looking for some evil Edomite to come and raise hell, man.
In the days type shit. You know, saw that movie In the Days when that nigga came out the sewer and shit, and then the fire came, and then this one demon possessed it, fucking Gabriel Byrne and shit. He was this one Edomite with a black priestly robe on, man. Looking for one damn Edomite woman to have sex with on hell floor. That's what Christians believe, man.
Man. But the scripture tell you there is many antichrists, man. So if you somebody that support alphabet community people, you antichrist, man. If you a Jake that love drug dealing, smoking weed, and doing all type of adultery, you an antichrist.
So Keisha's an antichrist.
Go
ahead, brother.
Another precept. This is the book of 2nd Esdras 9 and 3. It says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, this is inclement weather. Earthquakes is not just talking about earthquakes, but earthquakes is world-shattering events. Okay, tornadoes, thunderstorms. Like, we're barely even in the spring. Like, we're struggling to even have a spring, man.
Yeah,
like we've been in winter since winter started. You know, weather's all out of whack. It's like 55 degrees. I mean, it's comfortable out here, but it's windy as hell.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
It ain't consistent, man. And then if you look at the vegetation, ain't nothing really growing. You know, this shit is all dead. This is probably the first time that we actually had some type of real clouds in the air, man. Okay? Because everything is fucking dying during the East Coast. You know, the grass is not green like it was. And that proves that America's in a dying state.
Yeah,
it's spiritual. Because, hey, they say if
yeah.
You know, trees are dying and shit. Like I was working in the woods about a month ago, and I kid you not, 95% of the trees were literally dying. They were falling over, broken. I mean, literally uprooted, dead. And you know, trees are living organisms. Trees are actually living. Yeah. But to see the forest dead like that, that's because this man is in power. He has to be taken out of power, man.
Everything's out of course, man, because the Passover was about a month and a half ago.
Right.
Passover marks the first day of the year and also the first day of spring.
Yep.
We should have been had leaves on this trees like this right here.
Right.
And the leaves you see on the next to us right here, them just kind of came out like
just
last
blossoming.
week. That shit should have been out a month ago.
Yeah,
man.
it wasn't like that when we first got here.
They all oily and shit, yeah.
And we still got snow late as fuck because this damn devil's polluted the whole earth, man.
Yeah.
Another thing that proves America is dead, brothers posted the article of a drought in California.
Yeah.
They get 1 day a week to water their grass and things like. But that proves it.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Water rationing, man.
Yeah. Because the wildfires, man, they've been having wildfires out there, I mean, for 30 years plus, but it's gotten worse as of 2019. Then it got worse every year. Y'all remember, like, I want to say 2020, when they was showing, like, and I think a lot of that shit was drone strikes too, though. Yeah. But did y'all remember, bro, when they showed the backdrop?
It was red.
It was red, bro, like on some end of the world shit.
Like how you saw called Hell.
Hell yeah.
That looked like a scene from Hellboy, man.
The sky was red, but hey, but the scriptures say that fearful constellations, man.
Yeah.
You gonna have that out here.
That's right.
Red skies and shit, like some real apocalypse. You know how like in movies they don't really understand the truth, but they show the apocalyptic scene.
Yeah.
And the skies are red and shit. I remember it was an episode of The Simpsons, man. And they was in a long ass show. They came out and the world was ending. The sky was all red and shit.
Smoke everywhere.
Smoke air. You saw the world blowing up. Fucking the 4 horsemen. But you gonna see the sky red like that. You know? And you ain't gonna see no 4 horsemen riding in the heavens, man. That's spiritual. But nonetheless, man, that did happen in the spirit world, man. Because you gotta understand that what the Most High describes in the book of Revelation is written in the 4th dimension, man. That's why they was going into the different symbologies of what the kingdoms meant, what he saw in the vision. Okay, the cherubims that was around the throne of the Most High, the 24 elders throwing their crown. That was literally in the spirit world. That's why he told the angel, he said, well, look, take it and take 7 golden censers full of fire and cast it down to the earth. That happened in the 4th dimension, man. But it plays out in a different manner in real time in the 3rd dimension, man. You know?
Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Woe. Woe means destruction. You got fucking Esau talking about, oh, I'm a Christian. I can't wait till Jesus come back. Jesus ain't coming back to hand out cotton candy, man. He ain't handing out fucking Krispy Kreme donuts. YAHAWASHI is coming back to bring war, man.
That's right.
Scriptures say, hey, he coming back to bring and make it war.
Yes.
Or they coming back to fucking rapture, really?
Right. And these niggas ain't ready, man.
Nah, they ain't ready.
YAHAWASHI gonna bring war to IG models, hood niggas. Y'all not ready for that type of smoke, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
But it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Darkness and not light. So what do the Christian church get? Oh, I can't wait till my Jesus come back. They gonna meet me in the air. No, man. You ain't going nowhere, man.
Right. Yeah.
But be put to death.
Yeah. Right.
Talking about, oh, I can't wait till the day of the Lord. You niggas ain't trying to hit the day of the Lord, because if you was ready for the day of the Lord, you niggas won't be trying to cast it off another 1,000 years, man. Every time you talk to a Jake about end time prophecy, well, brother, that ain't gonna happen to another 100, 1,000 years. Wait a minute, it was written 2,000 years ago. So you was able to say that then?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Another name for the day of the Lord, man, is also the day of evil.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready for the day of evil?
Yep.
You know, the scriptures speak about putting on the whole armor, man. So we are protected from the day of evil.
That's right.
You know,
put on a full armor of the Most High, so you may be able to withstand in the evil day. That's
right.
Ephesians 6, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
you people, you're not out here with the armor of the Most High on.
Hell no.
You got kinks in your armor, man. You ain't even got no armor. You niggas out here bare chested.
Naked, yeah.
You in a Call of Duty game with no helmet on, man. You gonna get your ass noodled out here.
because why does the scriptures put it in that symbology of having armor? Armor represents a protection.
Yes.
You know, and that's what we're gonna need for that day. So this is not a day that you should be welcoming to come unless you are right with the Most High, man.
Well, get that Ephesians 6 because it breaks down the armor.
Yep.
It goes to every piece of it.
And sometimes, brothers, we get kinks in our armor. We gotta re-arm up.
Yeah.
Re-arm up by praying, meditating, whatever you do, man. Getting in the spirit.
Right.
Because when you in this spiritual battle, you better believe that your armor is getting pierced, man.
Right.
Okay, through the vows of the world. Because you come out among this evil, wicked kingdom, it takes a toll on you, man.
Right.
You know, dealing with a lot of different spirits, dealing with different personalities, dealing with Esau, dealing with the elements, man. The fact that I noticed how deliberate attacks is on the men of the Lord. These fucking bugged out people in my apartment complex, they moved a known meth head, dope fiend, crack addict, LGBT alphabet, shaved head, white demon upstairs from me, man.
Why is it always upstairs?
It's always upstairs for me though. That's how you know that it's some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had a normal neighbor yet. That's why I'm starting to think like, wait a minute. I guess something ain't right about this place, man.
Yeah, that ain't no coincidence.
Yeah, that ain't no coincidence, man. Out of all the fucking vacancies, you want to move this motherfucker right up me. It's a female. Gets up, walking around 3 o'clock. I mean, the bitch, she's doing better. But I guess she had a relapse. The ambulance was out there. But it was to the point this motherfucker would wake up 10 o'clock at night and keep pacing back and through the house to 6 o'clock. It'll stop when I get up to go to work. So I had my stab next to the bed and I would just beat on the ceiling, boom, 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 to the point I had to knock on the motherfucker's door. I said, hey, you gonna have to chill the fuck out. I gotta work, man. Everybody just can't live in a free apartment, renovate it, and tweak and smoke dope. I gotta actually work, getting my rent raised to live here while you people are living in your fucking luxury, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Straight up, bro. This shit. That's what I mean. Putting on the whole armor, man. This shit'll drive you crazy. You know? Go ahead.
This is Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Right, rulers of darkness in this world. This ain't flesh and blood humans we're dealing with. These are actual spirits, man, that's possessing these Edomites, man. Because when it's to the men of the Lord, things are done delivered. Don't think that shit happened by coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidences, man. It's deliberately done. Because people know, man, okay, you have a collective and a network of agents that surround themselves around brothers and watchers, man. And they take notes. They got sleeper cells. Okay, well, let's put this around this guy, see how he's going to react. Because they want you to do something, so therefore they can be justified on demonizing the ministry, man. That's right.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. But it say we wrestle not against flesh and blood, man. Because you got to understand, Satan, he don't give a fuck about these 2/3 niggas, man. Satan already owned them niggas, man.
Yeah.
Them niggas is under complete subjection to the spiritual demon Satan, man. So when you come into this truth and you wash with the word, Satan is gonna do everything he can to get after you, man. You a target now. These niggas is not the target. You the target, man.
That's right. It says, and against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right. These are fucking elites. You know what I'm saying? These Rothschilds, these people that be conjuring up demons to get counsel from demons, that stuff is real, man. With Apostle Gabar, he like to bring out the Council of 13. They have 12 seats and they leave one open for Satan. That's them niggas.
That's some high level sorcery, man.
Yeah, man.
And these things are real, man. This is not something we're making up. People actually doing this shit, man. Witchcraft is very, very real. Why do you think they got so many movies out called The Exorcist? They got actual real footage of motherfuckers floating out the damn bed.
Yeah, man.
Twisting their neck, running up the damn wall, shit like that. If that's real, then you know the right hand side gotta be real too.
Yes, sir.
You know, so it's a definite, it's legitimate battle, man.
Yeah.
It's a physical, but it's a more spiritual, but it's a literal war, man.
Right.
Every single day
it's
getting
like-
attacked, man.
And that spiritual war requires more effort, man. Cause it's like thing for an Edomite to pick up a gun and start shooting. But for you to keep your mind intact, for you to focus on scriptures and fast, that's more effort.
Yeah, that's the spirit, man. Cause run that out because I just found out. I guess I woke up the other night and shot out of bed and held my hand out and was saying some Hebrew or something in my sleep, and I have no recollection of that. But my woman said, "Hey, look, I heard a voice, and you popped up out the bed and said something, and it went away."
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had no memory of that shit.
Man.
Wow. You fighting.
So,
Spirit wrestling, man.
Yeah, it's a spirit.
Yeah, bro.
Spirit fighting.
It's a demon, man.
God, so you know, it's a real battle, man.
Wow.
But it's all exercise to build us up for what's getting ready to come, man.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So we really are wrestling against some shit you can't see, and sometimes you will see it. And when you do see it, it'll shake you up, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, it will.
Yeah, I watched a video of like a bunch of compilations of what they call paranormal events, man.
Yeah.
Apparitions.
Man, they got some shit,
Bro, watch this nigga called Frostman, bro.
Man, bro.
Yeah, watch that shit.
Yeah, I check it out, bro. This shit is creepy as hell, man.
Hell yeah, it's real.
There's spirits out there haunting people, man. Fucking with people, you know.
Yeah.
If we could see the spirit world right now, man, we'll bug the hell out.
Yeah.
That's why you can't see it.
Right.
You know?
Hey, one thing about GMS, man, we gonna tell you about the spooky side of the world, man.
Right,
Going
man.
to the spooky.
Yeah, we get spooky around here.
Look,
Yeah, kind of.
we look. That's what. Hey, yeah, y'all. Yeah, let's go into it.
Go ahead.
This is verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High,
Right.
that ye may be able to withstand in the day of evil.
Right.
And having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Read that again, but put emphasis on that word, having done all.
It says that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
A lot of people, they just think, man, as long as I watch these Israelites on YouTube, I'm gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? As long as I read a Bible every now and then, I'm gonna be all right. Hey, niggas in the world, as long as they go to church on Easter and Christmas, they think they gonna be all right, man.
Right. They got in the back of their mind when evil comes, they just gonna be able to hail Jesus and be delivered, man.
Yeah.
Don't work like that,
Hey,
man.
you ain't done shit righteous in your life.
Your whole life, nigga love ham and bacon.
The Lord's setting you up, man. He's keeping that lax spirit on you, you know, because when that day of evil comes, it's gonna be too late, you know. And it says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Right.
You know, that's a full, you know, blinged out armor, man. If you play certain video games, you gotta work and level up and level up. You had to get certain armors, man. And once you get to a certain amount of gear, man, you can withstand the highest levels of the video game.
Of evil.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going into the point to where you going in as a level 10 nigga going into a level 99 dungeon, man. You know? Not been putting in any work. This takes time, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That armor, that's what they say is impenetrable. If the spirit, if you are the elect, if you had that armor on you, it's impenetrable.
Right.
Now sometimes your flesh gonna be like, I don't know if it's gonna hold up.
Yeah.
But the scriptures reinforce that.
That's right.
Right. I've got a precept that goes into some of the things that we can't see, and how YAHAWASHI sent that as a punishment and a plague, man. And ancient Egypt during the plague of darkness. But this is the wisdom of Solomon. And you got chapter 11, and we'll start here at verse 15. It says, but for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents void of reason and vile beasts. Thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance. So So you know you got witchcraft, okay? Niggas doing witchcraft, all right? It says that they might know that withal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have some new shit that has not been on the quote-unquote animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Of what Esau's got a list
Yeah.
of.
That shit is not in the zoo, bruh.
Well, niggas he experiment, bro.
God.
Yeah.
They got a fucking possum that walk like a human being, bro. Like,
Right.
that fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles showed you that, man.
Yeah.
What they got into like some ooze or something, it was
Yeah.
like some mutant
Chemical waste.
They were basically humans as turtles. They were
Right,
basically,
right.
they were hybrids, man.
Yep.
You're always gonna have shit like that. You're gonna have a wasp the size of a torso, man. It's big flying around. You ever see that movie? The spiders, big ass spiders running around.
Yeah.
And they show you in King Kong too, big ass fucking creatures on Skull Island.
Oh
They showed you some shit in that movie.
Man.
Hey, you got Sasquatch.
Yeah.
You know, cause even the Gadites was trying to tell Esau about Sasquatch. These motherfuckers didn't listen.
Right,
Now you got all these Edomites up in Oregon, Washington. They wondering why the fuck rocks keep getting thrown at me.
Hey, shit.
Yeah, man.
It was this podcast, man, I used to watch, man, and this dude, he bring out, they call him Sasquatch, which is Bigfoot. And then it was this thing right here in the Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri too, bro. It was like, they called him like he was like the Wolfman or some shit. They said the nigga's packs was like a 8-9 foot like wingspan, bro. Like nigga was like, bro. And they say this nigga Bigfoot, bro. They say this nigga uproot trees, bro.
Yeah.
I can believe that though, because Esau, which is the beast man, they said when he was in his low state, that nigga Esau used to be able to pick up trees with his bare hands, bro.
Yeah,
so
right.
just imagine what a Sasquatch from a
Yeah.
fourth dimensional being can do.
Yeah, Sasquatch.
Yeah, because they can cloak, they can go in and out. Like a lot of times they go through portals and shit. And one dude said that an Edomite dude brought it out. He said it was this account that dude was chasing his ass, man. He said it was like two of them and they was closing in on him and they was just looking at him and he saw pure hate.
Yeah.
Knocking over trees and shit, and they said that his wingspan was like 8-9 feet, bro.
Damn.
But you notice it's always Esau they fucking with, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Esau get abducted.
That shit go, hey,
They get abducted, get beat up by the angels and shit.
Right.
Esau
Talk about
getting
the
stalked.
fucking antelope. Ain't no angel stuck in up your ass, man. Yeah.
demons.
Watch that documentary, man, about Sasquatch. I think it's on Hulu. They got something called the Emerald Triangle where they grow all this weed up in the northwest.
California.
Yeah, they call it the Emerald Triangle, man. It goes up from North California to like Oregon. That whole, it's a bunch of dead ass forests and mountains, man. You can't see. Esau really haven't really explored. I think Gad probably went in there back in the day, but they have reports of Sasquatch in there, man.
Yeah.
Something came in and ripped through like 5 or 6 men, man. Literally took them and ripped them in half, just split them.
But shit, down here in the Lake of the Ozarks, they got reports of that. They got reports of that Wolfman. You know what I'm saying? Mothman, I mean, the whole Jeepers Creepers. They got what's called the Mothman and Braybird Road or something like that.
Yeah.
It's called Bridgewater Triangle, man.